Hello from Nibiru, Ireland. Yours truly, Paulie, with you back in the studio today. And hope it sounds nice and professional for you. And a big hello to our friends, of course, in San Francisco. And hope the weather's nice. I could actually tell you what the weather's like, but I won't tell you because I'll put it up in today's video. Anyway, big hello to our friends in Mississippi. And well done on creating this particular crazy cloud that's blocking off the whole of the east coast of America as it comes across, and then blocks off Ireland, England, France, and of course Belgium, and then fades away into the heat. And of course we're not meant to know this. So firstly, let me thank everybody, including Richie from Boston, for going out on a limb and talking about something that I thought was going crazy. Hence one of the reasons why I decided to come back to do the videos, because yours truly, Paulie, has been recording this particular Venus for the last couple of years, and it's mind-boggling to think that the camera will obviously doesn't give me 100% perfect focus, obviously, if it's 38 million miles away, but I shouldn't even be able to focus in on it if it's 38 million miles away. So what else can I zoom into? So if I'm up high enough over Ireland, can I zoom into Australia? I'm sure I can, because that's not 38 million miles away. So anyway, maybe it's on the other side of the rainbow, where the leprechauns have a house called the O'Gills. And we spoke about them before. So they be up there with the leprechauns and of course Santa Claus. The only problem with all that is you can't see them, but you can see this. But with the cloud cover that they have and the snow that's on the way, the snow is on the way from Tuesday, but nothing's being said about it. Anyway, today's video is all about showing people the weather forecast and the part that they forget to tell you, especially if you live in Ireland or England, the home of the leprechauns. And they decide not to tell people because they tell everything gets blamed on the poor Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean, the same place that took the Titanic and everything else, and that gets blamed for everything, even the weather. So don't worry about the icebergs melting. It's that weather system that's coming up from the Atlantic, always coming up from the Atlantic, never coming down. Now, never in all the years that I'm watching weather forecast on Irish television, it's always coming up, always coming up. You forgot to say Mississippi. Anyway, hello to everybody, and firstly, let me read out a couple of the messages. I think there's a couple of trolls in us last night, but not to worry, let's read out some of the messages. We have Saladin28. Damn, I've been saying to my other half about this star a few weeks back. Going to get me scope out of storage and get some close-ups. I'll mail you anything weird I spot, Paulie, man. Yeah, no problem. Get the telescope out, and I don't even think a telescope will show you this, because it's 38 million miles away. You had to have a special camera called digital. Yeah, so if you don't have a digital telescope, forget about it. Anyway, thanks to Anja. Thank you, Paulie. Have a great weekend. And thanks to Richie from Boston. Thanks very much, Richie, for speaking about it, because, as I said, I'm putting it up in I don't know how many videos I put up in the last, since 2016. I put it in a couple of videos, and you notice that in the other videos, it's not as close. So, why? That's the big question. Anyway, hello, Tracy over on the north side of Dublin. How are you? And hello, thought you gave up. No, I just took a break because I just had to study AI a little bit better. And now I'm an expert on it. And they hate that. They hate people talking about reality, because it's not in the Agenda 21 reality. No, it's all about what their plans are for us little ants, humans. Liz, Ireland. Hey, Paulie, good to see you back. Hope all is well with you. Think the storms must be a conveyor belt, and it's non-stop nowadays, thanks, Paulie. Liz, when you put on BBC television and Sky TV in the UK and see everybody flooded like something from Armageddon, in Wales, especially Wales, and the people that come out and are being interviewed on the news always seem to come out and say it's non-stop, storm after storm after storm, and then at the end of it, climate change. See, I tried to show everybody where the storm comes from. Not the Atlantic, ladies and gents. Not after 4 years of studying it. 4 years of putting it up on YouTube, and 4 years watching other people being hammered, censored, because they put up stuff about earthquakes. Dutch. There's somebody with half a brain that lets everybody see about the fracking that goes on, especially in America. But nobody's allowed to speak about that. The geothermal operations that take place over there in America, but nobody says nothing about it. Do you understand? And every time a little earthquake goes off in Oklahoma, it's Mother Nature. Like the cloud system that's been over Ireland for the last every day. And so how are you meant to see this particular object in the sky when they heavily create the weather? But this is not 1918. This is 2020. Okay? And with the technology that Paulie has in front of him called a computer, it's mad what they can show you on Google. But ladies and gents, it's only when you go in to try and find something now that you're greeted with all the mainstream media, news stations, all top of the pops, and these type of channels get shut down. Anyway, thanks very much, Liz, for getting in touch. And let me see, Big Toe Terrier, good old buddy. Thanks very much for all your messages. Great work, mate. And as I said, you're one of the reasons why I came back, because he sent me a message. Big Toe Terrier. I presume it's a he, or I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a she. Anyway, look, thanks for the message, and you're one of the reasons why I came back, because I'm sick and tired of looking at TV. And in fact, most people that have a television should get rid of it, because it's damaging for the brain. The Nemesis Star System Inc. Excellent footage, mate. Thanks, Paulie. I noticed on the main computer that some of the messages are missing, but they seem to be on my smart device for some reason. Anthony Shaw, during this dispensation of grace, the dispensation of the grace of God, we are not saved by works, but by grace. If it is the gift of God for those who believe, so don't worry. We're not under Israel's program of works for salvation. At this point in history, after the cross of Christ, all you need to do is believe in the gospel of your salvation. And you couldn't have said it any more. If you want to read more about Anthony, and I have to say, brilliant. Love it. Thanks for putting all that effort into the message. Now, one or two other people made comments about Nibiru. Now, I don't speak about Nibiru, or don't speak about Planet X, or don't speak about any of this, because I don't know nothing about it. I'm not an expert on any of this. I'm only an expert on stuff that I record with me video player, me camera, point it up, record it, and put it up on YouTube, and it gets censored. But as I told people before, if you want to go in and watch people committing suicide in front of trains, yeah, you can go in and watch it, yeah, on YouTube. So, and there's probably 3 million views. So there's people saying to me that, 8 years later, there's no such thing as Nibiru. Listen, Paulie didn't come back to do videos about Nibiru or anything like that. Paulie came back to show people what's going on in the world, technically, that we don't see on the television. And, if you want to watch your mainstream 6 o'clock news and get hypnotised every day, yeah, at the moment we've got the election. That's what I told people in one of the videos. And we're being hypnotised into the next government. While these things fly over our heads, these type of stars that are huge, and nobody in mainstream media speaks about it because they're not programmed into understanding it. So it only takes people like myself and other people that have some sort of a little interest in it to put it together, put it up onto a video and show people how a weather system comes to Europe and where it actually comes from. And you'll notice that in all the videos that I put up, that the weather that hits Ireland doesn't come from the Atlantic. It didn't even start in the Atlantic. So how come that's a shock to everybody? Because they don't want you to see that, unfortunately. So Sunday, ladies and gents, as I said, thanks to everybody for getting in touch. And I'm not here to speak about Nibiru. Nibiru is only the name. Listen, if you want to go in and type in Planet X into Google, see what you get. You get a business that's 10 minutes drive from my house. 10 minutes drive from my house. You'll come across a big business called Planet X. And guess what they specialise in? Planets. No. They specialise in racing bikes. Racing bikes that you see on the Tour de France. That type of a push bike. Racing bikes. So, maybe I should take a little trip down to the owner and ask him why did he set up a bike company called Planet X. In fact, speak to the main manufacturers that manufacture the bike that's called Planet X. Planet X. Why would anybody call a push bike Planet X? So there's one for you. So enjoy your Sunday. And remember, if you're a troll, I'm not here looking for clickbait or click anything. I couldn't care less. No. I'm here to show people me video. That's it. And ladies and gents, when you get 100 views or 120, 130 views, do you think I'm looking for clickbait? And if you don't want to go in and study the weather every time it hits your house, and people keep on talking saying, isn't it amazing? Storm after storm after storm after storm. Yeah. Very convenient to have names for all these storms every time one hits. We've had one every weekend in February. We're going to have another one next weekend. How do you know that, Polly? I don't know. Maybe because I'm magic. And when the application comes in for Britain's Got Talent, I might enter it as a psychic that can predict another rain flooding in England and Wales before the end of next Sunday. And today's date is the 23rd of February. So thanks for listening, ladies and gents. I'll throw a bit of weather over the voiceover here, and I hope people sit up and listen. And I hope people get their camera out and record our little friend Venus. Venus that looks a completely different thing to the Venus that I can see on Google. So Google Venus and images and markings on Venus, and then ask yourself, what's that? Until tomorrow, ladies and gents, Paulie's back. See ya.